Test 1 2. Test 1 2. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Preston Sports Podcast. I am coming at you pre-recorded. I'm recording this on the 27th. It will come out on Monday, which is that the 1st? I think that's the 1st. It's the 1st, the 2nd, the 31st, something like that. Before I get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, push the notification. Oh, wait, no. Boop the notification bell, do all that fun stuff. Let's just get right into it. It is finally, so long. I've waited so long, but football is starting to pick up again. A lot of stuff is coming out right now. As of recording this, it came out that the Browns are not putting anyone on their PUP list, which means physically unable to perform. That includes Odell, Grant Delpit, Chris Hubbard, Greedy Williams, all those people who were injured last year. Aaron Rodgers is apparently in Lambeau now. He's probably having a last dance. I think Devontae Adams has one more season left with the Packers as well, and then they're both out of there. There's a lot going on, but I'm focused on some youth today. I believe he was the 12th overall pick of the 2017 NFL Draft to the Houston Texans. That's right, we're talking some Deshaun Watson news. As you know, currently in a lot of legal trouble. Won't really speak too much on that. So I think there were actually like 10 new women. This poor guy, unless he did it, then this douchebag. But right now, where we sit right now on July 27th of 2021, before the 2021 NFL season, he plans to play this season, and he's waiting for legal clarity. But assume for the rest of this dialogue that he is legally cleared. He's found innocent, isn't responsible for any of the things that these people are accusing him of. All of this is under that context. Now, obviously, if he did it and he goes to jail for a long time, well, a lot of what I'm going to say has no relevance whatsoever. But along with the news that he is reporting to Texans training camp and he does plan to play this season, the Texans are now willing to listen to trade offers. And what the report said is they want 2 starters and 3 first-round picks. That's a lot for one player. Plus, Deshaun Watson carries a pretty big cap hit with him because of the extension he signed around this time last year. But let's look at, I think I have 3 teams right now that I think should, or at least could, try to make moves for Deshaun Watson. And my favorite, I think it was either Shefty or Rappaport that said this, and I really loved what they said. They said the favorite should be the Eagles, which for both teams it makes sense. Eagles have a pretty good roster. You know, their defense could be better, but they're looking for a quarterback. Now, they're my favorite in terms of ability to acquire Deshaun Watson, not necessarily my favorite as far as Deshaun Watson's best chance to perform and win a Super Bowl. But Philadelphia, first of all, they have 2 firsts this next year because of the trade they made with Miami, and as well as having their 2023 first. Plus, they have Jalen Hurts. And I have them, so it would be their 2 2022 firsts, the 2023 first, Jalen Hurts, and then I have Lane Johnson, who's their right tackle, or Ryan Kerrigan if they want to improve their defensive side of the ball. They have Jalen Reagor, who I think is pretty good. I don't think he's worth the first-round pick that they took him with. I believe they took him with a first-round pick in the 2019 draft, or the 2020 draft, rather. But I do believe there is something there. They took Devontae Smith with the 10th overall pick this year. They have Dallas Goedert, who's a pretty good tight end. They have a really good offensive line. It's kind of underrated. It was really injured last year. But with Deshaun Watson, the possibility for the Eagles just goes up. I think if they get Deshaun Watson, they probably, maybe not. Maybe football team would still win the division. But the Eagles would at least be significantly better. As far as the Eagles goes, their main questions would be on the defensive side of the ball. They have Darius Slay, but he's regressing right now. They have Fletcher Cox, who's still dominant. They have Brandon Graham, who's good. But, I mean, their linebacker core is super weak. Their safeties, they lost Jalen Mills to free agency. I don't even know who their safeties are, in all honesty. It's not necessarily the greatest thing in Philly. I think because of that extra first-round pick this year, Philadelphia can acquire him and not give up too much of their future. Because that's one thing. With these other teams, you'll see them giving away a 2022, 2023, and 2024 first-round pick. Meaning, until after the 2024 season, they won't have a first-round pick. And so 3 years of first-round picks, you can't add any first-round talent to your team unless they fall to you, which is dangerous for one player, but you ask yourself the question, is Deshaun Watson worth it? And that's why right now I'm putting legality to the side, because right now you might see teams not willing to give up 3 first-round picks, because they're like, I can trade for him, but if I trade for him and then he goes to jail, then, I kind of screwed my team over, plus I don't have my player. It's a little interesting situation he's in right now. But yeah, so Eagles, as far as picks goes, would be my favorite. I think, now, these 2 teams, I would like his situation a lot more. I'll stay in the NFC East. I'll go with football team. I think that football team is a very, very good team. Now, their big question mark right now, they actually just extended Logan Thomas today, making him, I think, the 7th highest paid tight end in the league. But their big problem is, are you going to get Ryan Fitzmagic, or are you going to get Ryan Fitzception? Is he going to play really, really well, or is he going to play really, really bad? You never know with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Luckily, it's the first couple games I think will be good, because that's normally what he does. It's kind of later in the season where you'll see, oh no, or hey, this really worked out for us. But I believe he's only on a 1-year deal. 1 or maybe 2-year deals, if they felt dangerous and willing to risk it. Football team could, if they have Deshaun Watson to Terry McLaurin, to Curtis Samuel, they have Adam Humphries, Logan Thomas, as I said earlier, a good offensive line. And that defense, you put that defense on the field and they're going to get the ball back for Deshaun. So not only are you having Deshaun, who's a really dynamic playmaker, he can throw the ball really well, but you're also giving him extra tries, more opportunities to score, more opportunities to make plays, which is very, very good for Deshaun and very, very good for the team, because if you keep giving a player like Deshaun the ball, eventually he's going to do something with it. And as far as that trade, what the Texans would get, I see Matt Ioannidis going, and Landon Collins. Landon Collins, he's just not what he was in New York. I mean, he's starting caliber on their team. You can see Justin Reed play a free safety role, and then Landon Collins play strong safety. And then, of course, the 2022, 2023, and 2024 first-round picks. Now, if football team gets Deshaun Watson, they win the division. They will probably at least make it to the divisional round of the playoffs. They could honestly make it to the conference round. You think about so this Washington football team, their defense about stayed the same. Maybe they added William Jackson, actually. So it did improve. Now, Jamin Davis instead of Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, I don't know so much about that. But they improved defensively, and they improved offensively too, because they added more depth at wide receiver. I know they lost Taylor Moton, I think it is. Morgan Moses, not Taylor Moton. They lost Morgan Moses. But I believe they have a solid enough offensive line. They have Antonio Gibson at running back. This team is really good. And you put a top 10, arguably top 5 quarterback like Deshaun Watson behind the wheel. I mean, think like what the trouble they gave the Bucs last year in the playoffs with Taylor Heineke. Think about if that was Deshaun Watson. They could have won that. They probably would have won that game. So, football team I'm just saying, a Browns football team Super Bowl is what I need. What I want more than anything is before the Washington team gets a new name, I want to say football team made it to the Super Bowl. When the Redskins couldn't do it, the football team made it to the Super Bowl. That's just my preferred dream. And now, my absolute favorite. This would probably be my favorite situation. Maybe not my favorite, but I really like this one. Little backstory behind me. Parents are from Colorado, so my entire family, besides like my mom and us, We live in Texas. All my uncles live in Colorado. All my family lives in Colorado. Great grandma, great grandpa, everyone lives in Colorado. So they're all Broncos fans, yeah? Deshaun Watson to the Denver Broncos would be a great move for Denver. They're going to give up I said probably Teddy B, but they could also give up Drew Lock and Kyle Fuller on a 1-year deal. Texans need corner. Kyle Fuller is good. 2022, 2023, 2024 first. If Deshaun Watson, give him Cortland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler and Tim Patrick and Noah Fant and Melvin Gordon and Garrett Bowles, who improved massively last year, and Graham Glasgow, who's on their team, Lloyd Cushenberry. They have a good offensive line. They have a really good wide receiver core. They have Noah Fant, one of the best young tight ends in football. Had a down year last year because his quarterback play was so awful, but Noah Fant is legit. That defense, Justin Simmons, Kareem Jackson, who'd they sign? Did they sign Ronald Darby, I believe? Patrick Surtain, other corner. What's the other one? Oh, Bryce Callahan, one of the best slot corners in football. Bradley Chubb, Von Miller, Draymond Jones. Deshaun Watson on that team would be insane. Their only question is that inside linebacker, but Alexander Johnson's no scrub. It's not like he's the best either. Let me actually pull up the Denver depth chart because I definitely want to know. Denver depth chart. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm a big fan of depth charts. Let's see. This team, you just put Deshaun Watson there. So yeah, Garrett Bowles, Dalton Reisner, Lloyd Cushenberry, Graham Glasgow, Bobby Massey from Chicago. We'll see about that. Do they have... Oh no, it's just 2 running backs I was going to say. Oh yeah, Shelby Harris, I forgot about him. Excuse me. So yeah, it would be Alexander Johnson and Josie Jewell. But Patrick Surtain, Ronald Darby... Nah, yeah, I mean, Ronald Darby would start over Bryce Callahan at nickel. Yeah, so you can afford to get rid of Kyle Fuller. Is Ronald Darby more of a nickel? Now that does make this interesting. Maybe you trade Bryce Callahan instead of Kyle Fuller. If Ronald Darby is your slot guy. Either way. I mean, you'll need depth of the position, but still. Michael Ojemudia. That's how you say it? Ojemudia, something like that. Dude, Denver with Deshaun Watson. Man, that's a lucid dream right there. I'm pretty sure I've had a lucid dream about Deshaun Watson in Denver. Maybe I had a lucid dream about the Browns winning the Super Bowl. That's also possible. But yeah, man. What is another team you could go to? I think they're gonna try to trade him. I think they're gonna try to trade him somewhere in the NFC, just to get him out of the conference. Let's think of NFC teams. Not to the Cowboys. I mean, maybe to the Giants. You know, he could go to the Giants. They have a good defense. The offensive line is questionable though, but they have weapons. Kenny Golladay, Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard, Saquon Barkley. John Ross. I mean, maybe he goes to the Giants. That's possible. It's just a questionable offensive line, but it's not like he had a great one in Houston either. Let's see. What's another NFC division? Niners, no. Seahawks, no. Cardinals, no. Rams, no. Lions, no. Packers, no. Vikings. Ooh. Vikings? I mean, trade Kirk Cousins? Trade, Sheldon Richardson? I mean, maybe. You never know. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Irv Smith Jr., who's going to have a breakout year this year. If you want to draft him in fantasy, I would do it. Dalvin Cook. I mean, Danielle Hunter, Eric Kendricks, Anthony Barr, Harrison Smith. I mean, Dalvin Tomlinson? I mean, Hey, maybe Deshaun to the Vikings. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. Trade Kirk Cousins and Sheldon Richardson, your 3 first-round picks. I mean, Kirk Cousins makes a lot of money, but would you rather give that money to Kirk Cousins or to Deshaun? Huh. That's interesting. What's the other NFC division? If they did this geographically, my life would be so much easier. Oh, I can never think of all the divisions at once. Who are the Browns playing this year? What is the other NFC division? What? Am I crazy? I'm actually dumb. I'm so embarrassed that this is recorded right now. What is the other NFC division? What is it? Am I just dumb? Gosh dang it. Atlanta Falcons, Carolina Panthers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the New Orleans Saints. Wow, Preston. Wow. I mean, maybe the Falcons maybe trade Hayden Hurst. Who could they trade for? Asada Luakon. 3 first-round picks. Carolina, if Sam Darnold doesn't work out, trade Sam Darnold. And who could they trade defensively? I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think my favorite right now is football team. The football team, or I really like. I'm kind of in love with the Vikings thing. So I think football team or the Vikings would be my most interesting places to see them. Comment down below what you guys are thinking. Thank you so much for listening. Sorry I'm pre-recording. I'm just, I needed something to do today, so I'm just going to pre-record a bunch of stuff. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, boop the notification bell, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.